As an island nation, it's no surprise that 95% of our trade passes through our ports. That's nearly 500 million tonnes of goods every year.
But the UK's busiest port, however, the one through which passes the most cargo, isn't Dover or Felixstowe in the south, but here, at Immingham, on the Humber estuary. And whilst the likes of Dover may be bracing themselves for the fallout from Brexit, here, it's a surprisingly different story.
The ports announced a £65 million investment just last week.
There's something around 40,000 vessel movements a year, handling all sorts of cargoes from biomass wood pellet. There's new cars, there's fertiliser, there's steel, really it's everything that the UK consumes and uses comes to Immingham.
The goods that the port currently receives always come from or go through the EU first and are subject to limited customs checks. However, once we leave the EU, there are fears that those checks are likely to increase, which could lead to long delays. Here at Immingham, they say they're more equipped to deal with the extra inspections because unlike ports such as Dover, their goods are received in containers rather than lorries, avoiding huge traffic jams.
We have a lot of container traffic here, but the difference between what we have here on the Humber ports and perhaps in the southern ports is that we have a lot more space. You're in the biggest port in the UK, so if there are delays, then we're able to manage and contend with those.
It's for these reasons, Simon says, that he's seen more and more companies choosing to move away from the southern ports and import goods in through the Humber.
Year on year, between 2016 and 2017, we saw a 17% increase in our container volumes. Some of that is movement from cargo from the south to come across to the Humber ports. If there are difficulties in the south coast ports, then I would expect to benefit in the northern ports.
Those are the tariffs and border controls that are here at the moment. What you get clogged up as well?
Well, we have to wait for the details. They emerged on the Brexit negotiations. But what you've seen in arriving here in Immingham is a very large port. You've seen the amount of land we have available here to help us if there is a need to hold cargoes pending customs clearance.
You're a little northern powerhouse on your own, aren't you?
We're a little northern powerhouse on our own, absolutely right.
Someone who would agree with Simon is logistics manager Mark Barrett. He transports over 100,000 containers from across the continent every year and operates out of ports across the country. But it's his northern routes that he's expanding.
We started 2 new routes into Hull this year, one from Amsterdam and quite recently one from Antwerp. That's a direct service into Hull for shippers in those areas to bring their cargo through here.
So all these alarming stories we're hearing at the moment about what may happen to our ports in the event of particularly a hard Brexit, are you concerned about that?
Well, of course there's a concern, but the reality is there are opportunities in that as well. You know, for us and for our customers, the way we position ourselves going forward is going to be crucial.
Or do you mean you can actually take advantage of,
I think
leaving the European
our
Union?
model of business, as we've been doing for many years, fits well with the challenges that the trade will face. We don't have that cost of trucking delays. We can use the spaces available in the port if they're undergoing some delays, and we're actively selling that to our customers, and we're expanding through the Port of Hull.
However, any delays will still have an impact.
Unfortunately, if there are extra costs, of course, somebody's going to have to pay those, and in the end, our customers have to pay, and probably you and I will have to pay for the goods on our tables if it's a higher cost, yes.
Given the turbulent political waters of Westminster, what do the staff here think?
The majority of the people here are pretty confident that we're going to be okay.
Whatever happens?
Yes, we're ready for anything.
I think that it is a positive thing, and whatever does happen, deal or no deal, in or out, you know, we're a trading nation, we're an island nation.
It does make me nervous because, you know, it's uncertain what's happening. To be honest, I think you can sum it up at the moment as 2 words. It's a bit of a mess.
It is worrying, but as long as it keeps us in a job like that's the main thing, right?
Let's be honest, no one's got the foggiest idea of what's going to happen. But a recent report suggests that delays of just 30 minutes at UK ports could put 1 in 10 businesses at risk. With so much uncertainty, it's a good job companies like Mark's are looking to solutions like this and are preparing for the worst.
It's a great place to do business. It's helping us future-proof our operations and those of our customers through what may be a pretty uncertain time next year.
you, Andy.